Vamos a tener que continuar para darle un poco otro giro a esta tarde intensa que estamos viviendo, y tenemos un proyecto de emprendedoras muy interesante que presentarles, en el cual se van a ir, digamos, sucediendo las presentaciones de cada una de ellas. Empezaremos con el proyecto Talanta de Judith que será la primera, digamos, en tomar el relevo y de presentar a sus compañeras en este proyecto de emprendedoras.
Okay. Hello there. I wish not to kindly unmute my video. I wish to have it muted kindly. Back to my presentation. My name is Nancy Judith Awari from Nairobi, Kenya. My occupation, I'm actually a film lecturer at Multimedia University of Kenya. And I also run an initiative, or rather a resource center called Talanta Resource Center, that basically provides a free and safe to dream environment for young people, for youth, women, and persons with disability. The center has actually 4 subsections or departments. Department number 1 is the Juakali, which translates to manufacturing industry. And that department specifically does mass production of anything and everything that according to our customers' specification or needs. And then our department number 2 is the media department, that basically does production of films or media or anything to do with video production, audio production, but specifically we do in our local dialect or our local language. And then we have department number 3, which is the fashion department, that does specifically production of mass production of African fabrics and anything fabrics. And then the last department is the hairdressing, that does makeup, hairdo, pedicure, manicure, and anything in that line. So basically my center, my resource center, creates employment, and it has actually created employment for the past 3 years to so many youth, women, and persons with disability. My biggest challenge would be finances, because definitely to equip the center, we need finances. So that would be my biggest challenge. But moving forward, I look forward to partnerships. I look forward to collaborations, and whatever the world brings, I'm more than ready for it. Thank you. Let me know if I was clear enough, or if you need me to repeat myself. I can do that. I can do that in the next maybe a minute or so. I can do that. I can see somebody saying that
A ver, Mafalda Soto, ¿puedes hablar? ¿Tienes sonido?
Sí, sí,
Es tu tiempo para presentar tu proyecto.
Estaba esperando la intro, vale, muchas gracias. Sí, y tengo una presentación que hacer. Hello, my name is, I'm going to talk in English, so I am going to introduce myself first. My name is Mafalda Soto. I am a pharmacist specialized in tropical diseases and international health. And the last, since 2008 to 2017, I was working in East Africa, in Malawi and Tanzania, especially with vulnerable groups and later with persons with albinism. And it's in 2017, after our experience working with persons with albinism, that I co-founded Beyond Suncare. I don't know if you're aware with the challenges that persons with albinism go through in Africa. I'm going to start introducing you to Lodina. She was the youngest of 8 brothers and sisters. 4 of them had albinism, and her name, Lodina, in the local language in Malawi, meant the earth has betrayed us. When she was 20, she was sexually abused by her cousin that had HIV/AIDS, because there was a superstition that if you have sexual affairs with a person with albinism, your AIDS is gonna be healed. This is one of the thousands of superstitions that fall under persons with albinism. Also, in the next picture, I'm going to introduce you to Jeremiah. Jeremiah came to the hospital where I was working in the arms of his mother, like this. He was a baby of 3 weeks. The mother, a single mother that was abandoned by the husband when he saw that the baby that was born had albinism, came to the hospital like this, and in tears, because she didn't know what was going on with his child. And after 3 weeks of good practices, the baby was looking like this. There are many challenges that are surrounding persons with albinism in Africa. It's a very neglected community, and there's thoughts, because there is no proper registry, that there are more than 200,000 people living with albinism in Africa. There are more than 600 attacks reported in 30 countries, with murders, mutilation, violations of grounds, and so on. More than 200%, more than 1/3 are murders. But the biggest killer of the person with albinism is the sun. 9 out of 10 die before 30 years because of skin cancer. Our history started in 2011 in Tanzania, in North Tanzania, where I helped settling in a referral hospital, the first local manufacturing plant to manufacture sunscreen for persons with albinism. We developed also a formula that is specialized to their type of skin and also their environment. This initiative was growing, was having more and more, it was reaching to more and more countries. And we ended up that in 2017, I decided to come back to Europe to work in the creation, to launch Beyond Suncare, which is a non-for-profit entity that works, that has developed this package of services especially created for decrease the skin cancer prevalence among persons with albinism and to promote the social inclusion. This package includes the production of a special sunscreen, especially developed for themselves, of high quality but easy to manufacture locally, that is distributed in a decentralized way. We have to think that there are not many dermatologists, many skin clinics in the country, so it's important to decentralize the services, ensuring that it arrives to the most remote areas, accompanied by education and sensitization, not only for the beneficiaries themselves, but also for the big community, because albinism is not understood in the great community. And also the end part of the package is the follow-up and measuring the impact. Below you have the numbers with the impact numbers. We are reaching almost 4,000 beneficiaries. The vast majority are children. There are more than 75% decrease in precancerous lesions. We are currently working in 5 countries, and there is more than 95% declares that there is an increase in the self-confidence, which is ended up in a higher and a better inclusion in the community. It's key for us that we are working in many of the CDG, but it's key for us the establishment of strong partnership, especially with local institutions. We are mainly working with Ministry of Health and also Association of Persons with Albinism. We are working in 6 of the SDGs. Number 3, good health and well-being, quality education, decent work and economic growth. Like 30% of the person with albinism we work with, 30% of the staff that we're working with have albinism, reducing inequalities, responsible consumption, and partnership for the goals. Our goal is in the next 5 years to establish in 6 countries. Our strategy of starting to launch a project is first to do pilot programs, and then consolidate the pilots, and then work slowly in the establishment of local unit productions that employ persons with albinism. The first one we established in Tanzania. It's already running under local management, and we have expanded now. Our main project is in Malawi, even though we have pilots in Senegal and in Rwanda. And talking about our needs to reach our objectives, the first one is funding. We are doing strong fundraising, but we still need funding, especially when we start a new project. We have to invest in the beginning. Then slowly we try to include in the channels of the Ministry of Health, of local entities, and also continue strengthening our partnership, and also human resources and skills, especially biostatisticians, specialists in monitoring and evaluation, and also in digital marketing. Thank you very much, and thank you for allowing us to be today in this great event.
Muchísimas gracias, Judith, por tus palabras y por esas excepcionales imágenes que nos has aportado para comprender mejor el alcance de tu trabajo y del trabajo de tu equipo, ¿no? Vamos a continuar con otras emprendedoras. A continuación tenemos el proyecto de emprendedora Malkia Opportunity Center for Teenage Mother, presentado por Fiona Musumba.
Hello, my name is Fiona Musumba from rural Western Kenya in Vihiga County, and I'm the founder and executive director for Malkia Foundation. And at Malkia Foundation, we empower girls with educational opportunities and women with skills for enterprise development for sustainability. Before COVID-19, we were working with in different programs. We had 4 key areas where we manufacture school uniforms at affordable prices for the local schools. And we also run a school outreach program where we provide girls with life skills and financial literacy skills and menstrual hygiene management skills. And we also have finance. But when in March 2020, when COVID-19 hit the world, we had to turn around and make our intervention by working in the community, providing ways in which people could help themselves not be infected with the virus. And to this end, we have been providing face masks and hand washing stations and hand washing soap. And our biggest problem, which came with the COVID-19, was an influx of teenage mothers. At the moment, Vihiga County ranks among the 5 counties in Kenya that are least prepared to handle the epidemic. And in our county where we work, we run our programs, we have 4,000 girls who are underage between 9 and 17 years who are pregnant. Presently, Malkia Foundation is working with 200 girls for whom we are providing financial literacy skills. And we are basically providing them with skills to better take care of themselves and their children when they are born, because these are children giving birth to children. And these girls got pregnant in different ways. There are some who are willing to maybe risk having so that they could meet their needs because of poverty. And there were also other girls who found themselves raped. There are also those who find themselves in their situations because of incest, where they had sexual relations with their relatives. And there are also others who are just sexually abused and themselves in their present predicament. So with them, Malkia Foundation has started providing them with skills on how to run small cottage industries. Like at the moment, we are running a soap making industry whereby we are working with these girls so that they can gain the skills to make the soap locally at home, and then transfer them into their own areas, into their own small businesses to manage for themselves. And we are also with them making, they are also learning to make face masks, which we are buying from them as Malkia Foundation and giving them to the community so that they have something at the end of it all to take care of themselves. And we are also working with them and offering them employment so that they can better take care of themselves in their situations, because most of these girls have either been kicked out of their homes, they've been abandoned by the men who put them in their present predicament, and some find themselves homeless. So we are just basically trying to make them have something to do, acquire the skills with which to be able to run their own lives without having a begging bowl in their hands, and so that they can sustainably take care of themselves and their children. And the challenges we are facing is mostly funding for our work, because we are going beyond what we have in our coffers, and the numbers are more than we can manage. Because out of the 4,000 girls who are teenage mothers or who are carrying teenage pregnancies in Vihiga County, we can only work with a few at a time. So far, we have graduated 200 of them, and we are working with them in batches of 30. So we are hoping to build, to forge partnerships and collaborations, and hoping that this is the right forum where we can find like-minded people who can help us make this turnaround for these girls so that they can be able to take care of their immediate problem before going back to school when they have their children, or if they get to take on any other decision. Thank you.
Muchísimas gracias por tus palabras, Fiona, desde Kenia. La verdad es que el trabajo con las chicas adolescentes, estas madres adolescentes, es impresionante. Vamos a seguir ahora con otro testimonio de otra mujer emprendedora, Matilde Cano, Be in Africa.
Hello, hola. Hello, everyone.
Buenas tardes, Matilde.
Hola, hello.
Estás en antena.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I hope you are all in good moods. My name is Matilde Cano, co-founder and executive director of Be in Africa NGO. I'm a Spanish national living and working here in Uganda. So my English is not good, but I'm trying to improve every day, and I hope you will understand me. Allow me to take this opportunity to thank the Women Impact Summit to give us the chance to appear on this platform. And I'm here to share with you our program. We have a community development program that operates in Kabarole district, Rwenzori region in Uganda, with an aim to improve the quality of lives and give the beneficiaries the opportunity to grow and stand on their own. In this program, we have different projects, like an education project, where we are in charge to pay school fees and dues for 70 pupils and students from nursery, primary, secondary, up to the university level or any other institutions where, for example, we have 2 girls, one studying a course, business and administration, and another girl studying tourism and hospitality. Because to reach that level, for women to reach that level is really, really tricky here. So we support them to reach so far. Another project we are in is a women empowerment through handcrafts. We aim to promote income stability and to explore the talents of the women in our community. They do things like this nice with banana fiber. And of course, with the aim to promote gender equality in our community, then women can contribute to family income and not lying in for men. In another part, we have a healthy kitchens construction, because many families here we cook in open space, and when it rains, like now in rainy seasons, preparing a meal seems so hard. In simple terms, women cook outside the house, and even some women cook inside the house, placing 3 stones where a saucepan can sit, so as one can cook. But this seems to be so dangerous for the toddlers because some get burned. So we developed a project to see that each family gets a healthy, dependent kitchen from the main house for safety of lives regardless of age. The 4th project we are in is Nasobora Project. It's a word in our local language, Rutoro, that means you can. So this project includes sports, music, art, drama, and technology for children and the youth, nurturing children with different talents. When the world started suffering the outbreak of COVID, our projects came to a stand still. So we developed an emergency project named Covet Relief. We support more than 380 people delivering packs of basic needs every month since March. I started this project in 2017 after a volunteer experience in one of the babies' homes here in Fort Portal in town. There I met local people really committed to help the community, and we easily connect to do something together. In that moment, in the situation we are in, we need, of course, financial support to sustain our projects, more especially to continue with the COVID relief, because the time to come, we don't know. So with the education project, because to the families we serve, surviving is the main focus. So thank you so much for your attention, and please take care and stay safe.
Muchas gracias, Matilde, por tus palabras y por esta explicación que nos has dado de tu proyecto. Seguimos con más emprendedoras, seguimos con más proyectos interesantes en el continente africano. A continuación vamos a dar paso a Jennifer Gurecki. A ver si la tenemos disponible y nos cuenta también su trabajo.
Thank you very much for having me. I'm Jen Gurecki. I'm the founder of Zawadisha. And Zawadisha is a social enterprise that's based in Kenya. And our mission is to finance the livelihoods of women. And what that means in real life is that we provide loans for products such as solar lamps, clean cook stoves, rainwater tanks, iron sheets, gutters, pumps. We provide those products on credit to women who live in very rural areas of Kenya, and we allow them to pay for those products over time. So as many of you are probably aware, we know that solar lamps can result in increased productivity in the home. It helps with the health and the wellness of the entire family so that they're not using paraffin lamps anymore. but still to this day, it can be incredibly difficult for families and women who live in very rural areas to be able to afford these types of products. So the problem that Zawadisha is solving is women being able to access these products and being able to purchase them, and then also being able to actually have them in the rural areas where they live. So we provide all the financing and distribution. And I wish that my colleague Monica was here today, because she is Kenyan. She is our COO and runs all of our operations on the ground. And she and the Kenyan team go into these rural areas, connect with women's groups, and work with them to find the best products that will impact their lives in a positive way. We've been doing this work for a little over 7 years now. We serve a few thousand women each year. And in addition to providing loans for products, we also employ women as community trainers so that they can go to various women's groups in the rural areas and teach them about leadership and business development, specifically how they can take some of their products and earn small amounts of revenue from it. So for example, I'll go back to the solar lamps. We find that women are able to charge other people a small fee so that they can charge their mobile phones through the solar lamps. That's a way that women are earning money through the products, or using the water from the rainwater tank to be able to grow a small kitchen garden. So we employ around 10 different trainers that work in the community every other month. Obviously, as some of the other presenters have mentioned, COVID has impacted our work tremendously in the sense that we had to halt all of our in-person trainings, and our team worked remotely. We're starting to get back into our normal operations, but definitely saw a significant disruption because of the quarantine and the lockdowns that we saw in Kenya. Let's see, what else do I want to say? Zawadisha, I would say that one of our greatest needs, as some of the other presenters said, fundraising is always one of the biggest issues. But honestly, I'm looking for someone who would be able to help us with our social. So having a digital presence is really important, and our team in Kenya is really focused on the daily work, and they're not interested in being distracted by Instagram. But that's a really important way for us to be able to connect with our existing community and also reach out to potential donors and people who might be interested in our work. And so if there is anybody who is savvy with social media and would like to work with us on that, that's something that I'm always looking for, because then it allows the board of directors to focus more on the fundraising. It allows our team in Kenya to be able to work more on addressing the mission, and then having someone do social or help out with our newsletters would be tremendous. So I want to thank all of you for having me and having us today. If you have any questions about Zawadisha, you can put it in the chat. I'm going to put right now the website so that you can see more about our work. And if you have any questions, please put them in the chat. Thank you very much.
Bueno, muchísimas gracias a Jennifer Gerke desde Kenia.